What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's crunchy, Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's crunchy, Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's crunchy, Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man?
What's going on, everybody? My pleasure to officially bring you the first episode in the Crunchy Riot Studios, homegrown. We appreciate all y'all for y'all's patience and support, and importantly, God, because without Him, where would any of us be? I would like to introduce to all of you a heralded, creative, and fast-forward thinking clothing designer. Introduce yourself.
Big Rob in the building. I like the introduction, man. I'm happy to be the first one here. Interview, man. Looks nice, well put together. Let's do it, man.
What is one thing that you feel about fashion that a lot of people may misconstrue, and what is one thing that you are doing to basically change that?
That's a question I think about a lot, actually. And then, we are in Texas, and I always think back to the Andre 3000 interview. The South got something to say, man. So a lot of people think we just wearing big T-shirts and colorful, just a lot of colors. But there's a lot of people that put in work behind their crafts and their passions, and I think we're both one of those people, man. So, there's a lot of expression out here, I would say.
How do you feel that expressing yourself is changing the rules of fashion?
I guess my answer to that would be my favorite. What am I trying to say?
Let me help you out a little bit. So, whenever you design, right? What is one thing that you do with every design that you try to establish yourself as different and in a way rebellious, but not too rebellious to where it's obscure? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I would say when I'm creating, I think the thing that motivates me is I know in my heart I haven't made my favorite piece yet. You know, so when the stuff I do put out, when I see people rock with that and they support it and buy it, it's motivation. Okay, I can still keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Good answer. Okay. So, what is one piece that you feel has? I know you say you don't really have a favorite piece at the moment,
Right.
but is there any pieces that you've made that you felt really establishes yourself as or really, separates yourself from other designers?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
But for that, there's two that come to mind. I did a crop top.
Okay.
Recently I dropped it in April, but I started working on it around last summer, and it started off as a basic crop top, but I feel like what I put into it, no one else would have thought of, and just the designs, the angles, no one else would have thought of. So, and then a lot of girls liked it too. So, that's one of them. And then the other one, I say I did it in fall 23. It was the So What Star hoodie. I posted a lot. A lot of people like that, and that's the same thing. I feel like I could have done way more, but I see people liking that, so that's cool to see around the DFW.
Yo, I thought that hoodie was pretty courageous, looking at it. The star, because the star that they look hand sewn themselves, correct? And I'm just imagine the process of just putting all that on a hoodie.
Yeah, putting all that under a machine was stressful, but made it work.
Mm. So you just, it's all machine, or do you hand sew?
Yeah, all machine pretty much. Unless something gets stuck under the machine, then I would have to go in and hand sew a little bit.
How long have you been making clothes?
I started, I think, okay, so COVID, about 2020 COVID, I started flipping jerseys with my pops and stuff. So we went in on that. We invested that like 50-50, buying jerseys, flipping. And then I say by the next December, I was sewing and heat pressing and screen printing. So
The whole time I thought it was just you that ran the brand, so it's just you and your dad.
yeah. Shout out to Black Fathers, man. Black Fathers. Man, I was in college, man. Stressed out, bro, trying to make some money, of course. And COVID hit us. And he just, one thing about my pops, man, he's always had like great business mind. So he went in 50-50 with me, and he wants to do it too. He really put the battery in my back. So yeah.
When you and your father like collaborate and work, do y'all ever have like moments of like misalignment? Like I know typically people they tell you not to get into business with your family, or some people do because they feel like it kind of can confuse things.
Absolutely.
Do you and your dad ever like have those misunderstandings, or is everything pretty much just y'all?
It's still father son, bro. So it's still like, why you ain't clean up your mess? But idea wise, the cool thing is, I mean, he's obviously not my age, so he has his own audience, and they like that stuff, and then we have our audience, of our age, and we like that stuff.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
Who are your biggest inspirations right now? And it don't even have to be from the city. It could just be anything. It don't even got to be a clothing designer. It could just like what is inspiring you right now? Life, your job, your family, your folks, God.
Well, God always, of course. But my biggest inspo right now, I would say I'm not specifically paying attention to every single designer and what they're doing and the big, all the big brands. I just would look at little certain pieces here and there. But if I had to name one off the top that I paid attention to, I say like Maximilian Davis with a Ferragamo.
Ferragamo?
Yeah, he's a young dude. He should be about 28 now. He's the head of the house over there. And I just like, we know Ferragamo was popular in like Chief Keef era and stuff, but he's bringing a new light into that. And it's pretty dope over there what he's doing.
Anything outside of fashion that inspires you? Like when you make clothes, what is one thing that you want audience to like look at and be like, oh, so that's where they got it from?
Oh, that's easy. Definitely music, man. We're still artists too at the end of the day. That's why definitely music. I'll support local, or I'll go to whoever concert I like. That's a heavy inspiration always, just because it's just like, what we do is we like rappers too. Really, we trying to book shows, book events, get in the studio. So I just look at it the same way.
Any particular artist?
Right now it's like.
Now, who you listen to right now? Who'd you listen to on your way over here? Better yet.
I say right now my favorite like Hurricane Wisdom.
Hurricane who?
Hurricane Wisdom. He's from, that song, Tupo, Big as Giannis.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar, but I'm gonna give it. What's Hurricane who?
He might be too mainstream for you. We all know we know you underground God, so I'll show you later. But what I was gonna say is, I grew up on the lyrical miracle stuff, but like right now it's like trap and there's no lyrics. It's either trap or shaking ass. So I'm not saying that's bad or anything. I like that too, but I wouldn't say a specific artist right now because it's just a bunch of like sounds and it's more rhythm instead of just like specific artists that's catching on. That's what's trending right now, and that's good too though. That's good for elevation of rap.
If you could describe your clothing with a soundtrack, what would it be?
Ooh.
Here, I'll go ahead and make it easy for you. Let's say you had the opportunity to make clothes for any artist, rapper, singer, whichever. Who do you think your clothes would fit the best on, as far as style and even design?
I say if I could pick one, yeah, who would fit me, I say Denzel Curry.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, now we on the same
Yeah.
boat. Yeah, okay. But yeah, Denzel definitely my favorite album, matter of fact, is damn, now I sound bad. I think it's I gotta go look at it, but ULT,
I think I heard
but
that song.
nah, his Imperial, my fault. Yeah, Imperial Denzel Curry. That's a soundtrack to my brand, and that's my favorite album of all time, actually.
Okay. What do you feel that you feel like is the biggest thing that you've done that like maybe exceeded your expectations as a designer?
That's a good way to put it. Exceeded expectations. I would say, like I got a creative director job for Emerge, DFW, man. So yeah, it's
Feel free to show them the flyer.
definitely yeah.
I ain't like I peeped that, but I know I thought you was in the show, but you a creative director.
Yeah, man. I got creative director. All I had to do was just we got a show June 27th, man. Lock in. But I just applied like any other job, and it was exciting that they understand my vision. They let me have a little expression too, and first industry job. So it's definitely nice.
Now, shout out to Emerge for real. They let me model in the show. I didn't want to be a designer. This is like around the time where I was I wanted to take a break to like try new things, and modeling was one of them because I wanted to see like from firsthand experience
Right.
what it's like being a model in one of these shows. It was, how do I say it? Really, with anything, it's so much chaos. Like in behind the scenes, like it's so much going on, so many things so many puzzle pieces you got to connect and figure out. Just seeing it all unfold with so many like personalities, it's a memorable experience I won't really forget.
Even thinking back to our show last year, behind the stage was chaotic. Back of house is what they called it. I remember it was chaotic, but
Wait, what show was it again?
the one we did last year, the last party,
Oh, Neighborhood Gala.
neighborhood gala. Yeah. That was chaotic, and but the Emerge is my favorite in the Dallas scene right now. Like out of everybody, so I was happy to get a call back from them.
I wanted to ask, how was Austin? Like, what was it like being in the show out there? I didn't really know they had a fashion scene out there.
Right. It was the same thing, a little chaotic. I think at the same time, I think it's the most in Texas. I would say it's the closest you can get to New York, and that's not. Let me. That's not like saying it's the best show, but it was the most organized out of because I've been to shows in Dallas and Houston. I think it's the most organized. But how was that? Same thing, just trying to put our footing in, get in the door. But it was a great time. Ready to get outside of Texas. I know Atlanta. Atlanta's big right now, and Arizona. I got some friends out there too. So,
Arizona.
yeah, it's big out there too. So
I have a friend out there, but I didn't know they had a scene. But
Definitely.
now that you're pointing it out, hey, new place to discover. Hey, Arizona, what's going on?
Arizona, we're inside you.
Where do you want your brand to take fashion in the next year, and what's a big change that you're making to chase that dream?
I would say I like what TikTok is doing for fashion right now. To be honest, I know that's a hot topic, whatever, TikTok pants. But I like that it's giving a lot of creators a platform, and I just want to see this creativeness keep going in general. And with my brand, how I would like to grow that, um, man. Oh, I just like want to keep pushing the stigma of just getting us outside of this streetwear box, but I definitely want a little taste of class and elegance in my brand too, because that brings me back to Austin. So and bro, so we were in the Black Designer Showcase, and I'll talk about this since they not gonna watch it, but we were in a Black Designer Showcase, bro, and there was only 2 Black designers out of 12. So that just says a lot right there. And then, I mean, so we're new to Austin. Well, the other Black designers are from Austin, but we're new to Austin. So we're trying to get familiar. And, I mean, we had some people that we had like one person that been there before, but our brand was new to Austin. So we're trying to get familiar, and it just feels like we're getting put in a box by these people, you know what I'm saying? So it's, So yeah, I mean, you can take that for what it is. It's just, I mean, we always have to prove ourselves. So whatever you can to elevate yourself and stand out, I would say that's what you should do. But
That was
it's the streetwear stigma.
I'm not gonna lie, that had me thinking a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's something to think about, really though.
I wasn't prepared to go this depth into the word. I personally, I did.
Because streetwear is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's like, people like me, we tend to like, how you say it? We just don't really, we don't really like, emotionally, we just don't really feel any attachment to like the labels. Like if you think my brand is a streetwear, then it's like, that's what you think. I'm not gonna like change it. But I think that the mistake I've been making is just being so comfortable with like letting them do that, because now I'm enabling them calling my brand streetwear, and it's like, and like just having this conversation with you, it really like put in perspective, like,
I mean, it's about where you want to take yourself, because what would I say? I mean, so we both been doing this for a couple of years, so you've seen behind the scenes, you've seen the highs and the lows.
I'm gonna go correct you real quick.
It's about where you want to.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I've been doing this 8+ years.
Sheesh.
So like, I'm not really. I wouldn't say like I'm the most like experienced, but I'm.
Like, you're not where you want to be, like comfortable.
No. I can always get better. I'm still young. Like I'm not 30 yet, but
same. We still grinding.
But those 8 years, like you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about other people, and that streetwear label, that definitely that gets thrown around a lot when they first like see you make clothes.
Yeah. So I mean, I say, as far as Texas, we've been around, so we've seen people showing up late, or people trying to get over on us on a booking or something like that. So it's about where you want to place yourself, if that makes sense.
I kind of have. I think I remember the neighborhood gala, something like that happening with them, or the last event that they throw in the last party. Typically, I don't know how common this is in other cities, but here, you book a venue, you book a venue. There's a chance that somebody else might book the same day as you, and the person that booked you can get the schedules conflicted. And now you're having to push your show back. I
remember that happening now.
Yeah, and now you're having to push your show back. You got to push everything back because, one person, they didn't see the value in what you were trying to do. And I guess that's something that kind of like entangles with that streetwear thing. It's like like any luxury brand, like, do you think that would have happened with any other brands? Or
Probably not. Probably not a luxury brand. They're going to have more in order, but I guess we'll just have to see outside of the state. I guess that's what I was going to ask you. Went to New York recently.
New York was cool. Just watching everybody do their thing. Really just getting perspective, because I have a show coming up in October. see how they do things. So really, it was cool. Organized. A lot of people came. Um, thing is, I didn't really see the backstage and the models and stuff. I didn't see how like that was. So I can only like imagine.
But it was just more organized than out here.
Oh, for sure. Always. New York's like one of the state capitals of fashion.
So where's the October show at? No, it
Oh,
definitely is.
October show. I'm glad you mentioned. It is here. On behalf of the Borough Fashion Network, I will be collaborating with a talented artist, musician, Yono Cialo. I'll make sure the name is spelled correctly. Stay tuned. We're gonna be filming some, footage of that as well, and I'm also gonna interview Yono after the show to get his take on like how everything went. Should be fun, but yeah. Where do you see your brand in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I expect bigger and better. Want to add technology into my brand and just let more people know, let the world see.
Okay. All right, we're gonna conclude this. Anything you want to tell the audience, and what's your takeaway from, just being here today?
Man, this is gonna be big, man. I like what you're doing here. We got some things coming up, of course.
Yeah, show them the flyer again.
Flyer right there.
Emerge. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, we're here at the end of our first official episode in the Crunchy Riot Home Studios. I hope all of you enjoyed this interview as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed this interview as much as I did. Stay tuned. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up in the future. A whole bunch of artists. Look out for the next artist, Yeah Regal. True gladiator in the game. I'm just gonna go ahead and gas him up. He a gladiator. He made music, and also Robert's gonna be in the fashion show, and you got a lot of other projects coming up.
Big projects coming up.
I'll say anything besides Emerge that you want to refresh the audience on before we leave.
Not right now. I wanna keep it a little secret, but y'all will see. But definitely, yeah, let's do that, man. But sure, stop playing with Crunchy Riot, man. Niggas not coming like this, bro. Like, look at this shit, bro. It's up, bro. And I see you've been doing a little bit of traction too, man. So, niggas not coming like this, bro. Stop playing with Crunchy Riot. That's all I gotta say.
Mic drop.
My God.